$212 to around $1,000. And a private party, you know, the ranges are different, ranges from $1,100 to $2,500.
Got it. Oh, well, you prepared this calendar, sir. All this calendar was prepared just recently because it's all in the same handwriting. Who wrote this calendar?
This is my daughter. She's my secretary.
Who wrote this calendar? All right. This is nonsense. She just wrote this today. Yesterday, the day before yesterday. It wasn't written. You can only introduce a paper document if the notations are made under the law contemporaneously with the event. That means at the same time as the event. This was all written by the same person at the same time with the same pen in different months. So this was all done in preparation for this case. So it's hearsay, inadmissible. Where did you get the
Raphael Bainan claims his former employee, Eric Myers, owes for the cost of a pickup truck, a gun, and a leather holster.
Now, you have any other proof that he paid you only $100?
No.
No. Okay. And where did you get the purchase price of $2,200 for a truck that wasn't running? At most, it's worth $1,000. Where did you get a figure of $2,200 from?
Well, it's Kelly Blue Book. We looked at that, and like I say, the truck is from Georgia. There was no rust. It was rust-free, which
But not rust-free. It wasn't running. You were using it according to you as storage, because the other part of your complaint is for a handgun that you say was in the truck that you never got back. You have the truck now?
I have it, yes, but it's on her property.
You have it. What are you showing me? You're showing me a picture of a gun that you had.
Well, it went missing, and nobody else took it. He was the only one who had access to where the gun was stored, so.
Well, that's not true. He was out shooting with somebody with a gun, according to you. Who was he shooting with?
That I do not know, Your Honor.
Who were you shooting the gun with?
I was shooting it with Matthew.
Is that right, Matthew?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So Matthew had access to the gun. Who's Matthew?
Matthew's my foreman. He's been with me 15 years, so.
Yeah, okay. Matthew. After you were shooting the gun with the defendant, what did you do with it?
I left before he was done shooting, and last I seen it was in one of the sheds.
In a shed?
Yeah.
Okay. You're his foreman?
Yes.
Foremen usually have people that work for them?
Yep.
Yep is not an answer. Yes is an answer.
Yes, ma'am.
How many people work under you?
Right now, just two.
Two in addition to yourself?
Yes.
Do they come on this property?
Yeah.
Yes.
They just started working in the last 6 months.
At the time that he was there, how many people worked?
It was just me and Eric.
You paid him $800 for the truck because you thought that it was worth $800?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe you paid him $800 over time, because if you did, then you would have proof of it. But you can't take his property and retain his property and not pay for it. I don't believe that you had a fixed price of $2,200, which is why you refused to sign this contract. But I certainly believe that you owe him money for the truck. Yes. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $800. You know where the gun is?
No, absolutely not.
Where did you put it when you finished shooting it?
Where he said we walked it. There's 6 guns that all went into the garage, and they sat there for days.
Okay. That's it. $800. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I do understand her verdict with it.
The settlement is done, so there's nothing I can do about it.
I just don't think he really kept track of what he was actually taking out of my pay, and, you know, it kind of showed in the case.
He felt like I was taking money out, but I was not.
Always keep better records, that's for sure.
I'm unhappy, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Purchase price is sort of the material part of a contract. That and a signature would have been nice. Any of these things. I know the plaintiff feels like he had a contract, but in reality, if you have a piece of paper that's not signed, you have a piece of paper, not a contract. Yeah. And, you know, if you can't decide on purchase price before, that's probably a good indicator that you shouldn't be entering into whatever agreement.
Turned over title to him. Mm-hmm. And he still has the truck, and it's still running. He's got to pay something for it.
Yeah, I agree.
I cannot imagine living in an ice shed shack. What was it?
I think he said ice shack, but I think you said ice shed. It all blurs together.
In
Wisconsin, I think, is where.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.